What's up guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the new Stribog SP9A1 Gen 2. Pistol caliber carbines have been really popular lately, and this one comes in at a great price point compared to some of the competition. But does that lower price equal lower quality or less features? You might be surprised. Stay tuned as we go over everything you need to know about it and how it performed at the range. So this is the Grand Power Stribog SP9A1. The gun has been around for a while, but the original model had a reciprocating charging handle that was a big problem for a lot of people. If you grip the forend too high or you forgot to put your thumb down, then that charging handle could come back and hit you. They've now fixed that issue, and all those Gen 2 models ship with a non-reciprocating reversible charging handle. Alright guys, we just brought the SP9A1 out to the range. We have 115 grain full metal jacket MagTech ammo. We're going to put the first rounds through this thing. Alright, just finished the first 10 rounds through this. We did just pull this hollow stun off of another rifle, so it's not zeroed to this one. What we're looking at is group size here, so that was probably 15, 18 yards or so. Pretty good group size there, not a lot of recoil. I'm sure the suppressor is helping with that. Fairly light trigger. It's been a pleasure to shoot so far. We'll see how it performs. For those who aren't familiar with the gun, it is a direct blowback pistol chambered in 9mm. These pistol caliber carbines are a lot of fun to shoot, and being chambered in 9mm, they're not going to break the bank at the range. It's got an 8-inch threaded barrel, and they are also releasing a 16-inch carbine version. It uses a 1/2 by 28 thread pitch, so you can add a suppressor or muzzle device to yours. For our range test, we threw on this Silencer Co. Osprey 9. Alright, so we took the Osprey 9 suppressor off the front. We're just going to run it how it comes out of the box as far as the barrel is concerned with thread protector. See how it shoots. Alright, not sure how the audio is going to come through, but it is significantly louder, especially indoors without that suppressor. I noticed a bit more recoil, maybe 20% if I were to quantify it. A little more noticeable, nothing crazy, and definitely manageable for controlled pairs and whatnot. And then I do see a little more gases coming out the end of this. Still very fun to shoot and nothing uncontrollable at all for a blowback gun. The gun has a metal upper receiver with Picatinny rails on the top and bottom here, 12 and 6 o'clock. And then there are M-LOK slots on each side. We're running the Holosun HS510C red dot for this video here. These can be usually had around $300 or less, and it complements the gun really well for a more budget-friendly setup. The gun does ship from the factory with some pretty unique flip-up sights. When the sights are folded down, they can still be used, and they look almost like a normal pistol sight with a rear notch and then a front post. When you fold them up, they are a little bigger, and then you get the rear aperture and then a front post for better sight picture. They aren't held up or down by any kind of retention. It's just kind of a spring detent that is holding those in up or down position. They're not adjustable, and they do just seem to be meant as a backup. I'm sure the Grand Power assumed pretty much everyone would be adding their own optic to their pistol. Another great feature of the SP9A1 is the controls are completely ambidextrous. You've got a fully ambi bolt release, the magazine release, and safety selector. The bolt release is pretty easy to access from either side. If you've got bigger hands like me, then you can probably just reach it with your trigger finger, which is pretty nice. There's also an extended bolt release available for those who want a better grip. I feel like this factory release sticks out a perfect length in order to be able to reach that with your finger, yet it's not so long that it is going to catch on things like gear or a sling. The mag release does look like it's extended on the left side a little further back, so it's going to be easy to access for any left-handed shooters out there. Speaking of the magazines, the gun does ship from the factory with 3 of these clear 30-round polymer mags. They do seem to be built really well. They kind of remind me of a Sig Sauer 550 series magazine, if you're familiar with those, kind of that translucent polymer. The mag well is flared quite a bit, making it nice for quick reloads. When testing the gun, we found that the flared mag well really does guide the mags in nicely, keeps reloads easy and smooth. All right, now we're going to work on some reloads and see how that flared mag well does. All right, so that flared magazine well in here does help with reloading. It's really easy to guide those mags right into where they need to be. You got no issues feeding them in, even if you're not perfectly straight on there. The mags do not consistently drop free for us, but I mean, you could spend $2,000 on an MP5 clone and those don't drop free either, so not a big deal there, I think. The lower receiver is polymer, and it has a metal insert that houses the trigger and the safety selector. You've got a nice big open trigger guard, and the trigger is about what you'd expect for the gun. It's a single stage trigger, and we measured it to be right around 6.5 pounds. It's not the best trigger out there, but definitely not the worst either. It's pretty similar to the CZ Scorpion, if you've ever shot one of those. It's got a slightly more defined wall to the break. We've also heard that some AR triggers may fit this gun, although we haven't tested that to confirm. If you do have one of these and you are running a different trigger, leave a comment below and let us know which one you used and how it's working out for you. All right, takedown on this is pretty simple. We're going to remove the magazine, ensuring we've got a clear weapon here. It has a rear takedown pin, much like an AR-15. So you pop that out, and it is captured in there. It's not going to fly out. That allows the lower to come out. With the brace, push down about 1/2 inch, and then that can just slide rearward out of the weapon. From here, you can access all the internals of the bolt. When you slide this back, that allows you to remove that charging handle to place it on the other side as well. Reassembly is just the opposite. Brace in and then up. Put that lower back in and pop the pin in. Good to go. A lot of people have been comparing this gun to the B&T APC9, and it does look pretty similar, although the APC9 is significantly more expensive. I think that this Stribog SP9A1 really is an excellent gun for the money. The gun is a lot of fun to shoot, and in our limited testing, it proved to be very reliable. We had no malfunctions whatsoever. MSRP on this gun is $699 without a brace, and $849 with the SB Tactical folding brace. Check the link in the description below for more info on that. I'm sure many of you have probably heard about the issue that Tim from Military Arms channel had with his same gun. If not, you can find the video on his channel. We took a look at the response letter from the importer, Global Ordnance, and it does look like the issue appears to be isolated to a small batch of guns, and the manufacturer is working to fix all the affected guns at no cost to the consumer. The fact that they worked to remedy this issue and get it taken care of so quickly does speak volumes about the company and their customer service. Also, we've had a pretty good number of these guns already sold, and we have yet to have a single one returned to our store for any problems or warranty work. So far, the gun has performed for us, and if you do happen to have any issues, it sounds like Global Ordnance is really good about taking care of their customers. So you can go ahead and buy with confidence. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the Stribog SP9A1. If you have any questions or anything we missed, be sure to leave a comment down below. We'd also love to hear from any of you that already own the gun. Let us know what your experience has been like. As always, you can find the guns, accessories, giveaways, and everything else you need by clicking the link in the description below. If you haven't already, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.